How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. And today, I hope you guys are having a blessed day. Um, and I don't know, I just felt like sharing this today. We're back outside in nature with this beautiful tree. I love this tree, one of my favorite trees, if not my favorite tree. So let's get into the video. And I want to start off with um, the fact that I just graduated college about last December, and for a while now, after I've graduated, I've been feeling kind of lost. In fact, very lost. And you know, when I was in school, I had a deep sense of purpose because school was everything I did. Right, I like solely focused on school. I wasn't working no part-time jobs. I just focused on school, and that was that. But having school there gave me a sense of routine. It gave me a sense of purpose on what to do. And I chose to be in college. I wanted to be in school. I wanted to be educated. Um, I thought it would just be great for my personal development, and so I really was committed to it. But ever since I graduated, I've been feeling like, man, like, what's my purpose now? Like, what do I do now? Um, when you graduate, there's so many things that when you graduate, there's so many possibilities after graduation. You can essentially do whatever it is you want, and that sort of endless, you know, potentiality, if that's even a word, or endless possibility, has been making me really paralyzed, and it's been making me feel really like stuck and not sure which direction to pick. And so and I've been kind of in the like this confused state of like, all right, what is the best path to take? Because I really want to try to be the best version of myself and not make the wrong choice, right? Because so often you see so many people making the wrong choice in their career paths and becoming miserable because of it. And so I would keep on trying to figure it out. Like, all right, what do I want to do with my life? What is my purpose? And I would keep trying to think about it and figure it out. And I would, go down all the lists of career paths and go down the pros and cons and trying my heart out to figure the answer out. Like, oh, like once I figure the answer out, then I can finally go and start living life, and then I can be the best version of myself. But then it quickly dawned on me. I was like, man, wait 1 second. I can't. The answer's not coming. I cannot seem to solve the answer, and I can't find the answer. And eventually, like, I kept trying to pressure myself. I kept, you know, like trying to pressure myself of um, trying to pressure myself to know what to do with my life. And at some point, I realized like, okay, this isn't working. This is causing me to burn out. It's causing me to be overwhelmed, and it's causing me to not live life to the fullest like I wanted to originally. And then I realized something. I realized that nobody knows what they're doing. And I realized that there's, from the outside perspective, everyone seems like, not everyone, but there's many people who seem like they've got it all together. They've got it all figured out. They've got the girlfriend, they've got the family, they've got, vacations and all this cool social media stuff. But in reality, nobody really knows what they're doing. Nobody knows what the best path is for them. Everyone is just doing what they think is best for them, and that's pretty much it. They're doing what they think is best, but not what is objectively the best. And I mean, how could we know, right? We're not like all seeing gods or anything. We're just these little small creatures on this big planet, and just you know going day by day. But there's no concrete playbook that tells you like, hey, this is the right way and this is the best path. Because ultimately the best path for everybody looks completely different. Um, and even the quote unquote detours that people take in their lives that they claim are detours are actually a part of the journey. And I don't know, just realizing that nobody really knows what they're doing and they're just doing what they think is best, gave me a lot of compassion for myself. Instead of ruminating on this thought of like, I don't know what to do with my life, and then you know, spiraling into like a negative flow or a negative stream of thoughts because of that premise of I don't know what to do with my life, instead of just staying stuck with that, it allowed me to realize, okay, like this is a part of life. Life is always going to have uncertainty. Um, there's never going to be a time in life where it's like, oh, I got it all figured out. I know what to do. Boom, boom, boom. Like, you're going to have moments of clarity, and you're obviously going to have times where you feel like you're doing the right thing, but ultimately, there's always uncertainty in every moment. And honestly, that is the beauty of life. The fact that we don't know what's going to happen next. And being able to realize that for myself gave me a lot of compassion, and I've been able to take off that pressure of like needing to know what to do, because so many times in society people tell us like, oh, you need to plan, you need to know what to do, and if you don't, you're screwed. But that's not the case at all. Nobody knows what they're doing. And when you accept this fact, it allows you to be more at peace and come from a place of purity, we'll say. Because if you're coming from this place of pressure and this place of like should, like, oh, I should know what to do, I should, you know then you're just kind of, you're not going with the flow of life. You're only forcing things, and the outcomes of that and the consequences of that are never good. Because if if the decisions you're making in life come from a place of pressure, then it's not going to really align with who you are. um so being able to take, coming into that understanding and being able to take the pressure off of myself gave me a lot of peace, and doesn't bring me to that place of anxiety anymore when I would just constantly worry like I don't know what to do with my life. So then it's like, okay, so if there's always going to be uncertainty, and we're never going to really know what we're doing in life, then how do you approach this life thing? Then I think it really just comes down to life is just trial and error. Um, and that's really the truth, right? Everything that science and everything that humanity has figured out thus far is from trial and error. Nobody knew exactly what the heck they were doing, but through trial and error, they were able to gain wisdom and knowledge and become more enlightened on the journey. And honestly, that truth of life being trial and error has gave me a lot of peace and freedom, because it allows you to have the mindset of it's okay to make mistakes. In fact, that mistakes don't even really exist, right? Because if life is trial and error, then you do have to make the mistakes in order to find your path. So is it even really a mistake? It's like, it's not. No, mistakes don't really exist. It's actually just a part of your journey. And having this attitude has made life so much more fun and enjoyable for me. And it takes off so much pressure. You feel so much lighter, and all the heaviness gets off of you. Yes, and this kind of gives you a an experimental attitude towards life, which honestly I think is so exciting, because instead of like trying to figure out knowing what to do, it's like, wait, like let's just experiment, like let's just try, and there is nothing wrong with trying, and and then we'll learn on the way. So it doesn't keep you like in this fear state of mind. It's more like, oh, like let's try, and let's it gives you courage to try things and realize that whenever you try something, it's not like you're making a mistake, but you are just eventually going to learn from it. And honestly, like, yeah, like I said, there's uncertainty in every moment. So the analogy I thought of was kind of like a surfer like riding a wave, and the surfer kind of has to learn to flow with the wave in the moment, right? uh it's the surfer has no idea how, what the wave is or how it's going to be, and what the contents are going to be of it or whatever. But but it needs to, in the moment, listen to what the wave is telling the surfer and adjust accordingly. And I feel like life is the same, right? The future is uncertain, but each moment we can try our best to live more in balance and more in alignment, and start to flow with life rather than to go against life. And yeah, I don't know if that analogy works. Let me know what you guys think. Um, so yeah, so just to wrap it all up, at the end of the day, nobody knows what they're doing. So if you're somebody watching this video who has no idea what to do with their life, or what direction to take, that is completely okay. In fact, that is a part of the process. That's actually good. That's actually like a great thing. It's better than being someone who can't be able to admit that they don't know what they're doing, right? A lot of people like to lie to themselves. Well, I don't know if they like to, but essentially a lot of people do lie to themselves, and that doesn't get them any closer to living aligned with their true selves. So if you're able to admit, like, hey, I don't really know what I'm doing with my life, and I don't know where to go or what direction to take, then you're actually one step closer to becoming more aligned with your true self. So again, that is part of the process, and you're completely okay. And yeah, just remember, life is trial and errors. Uh, there's always uncertainty, and the only way we're going to know what we want or the life we want or how to live is by trying things out, failing, and then learning from those quote unquote failures that don't really exist. There has to be a new way to come up with that. It's got to be like, you're trying something, but you don't fail, you're just trying, and then you learn from the attempts. That's it, no failures. So anyways, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know. I'm probably gonna be uploading more videos, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoys. Have a blessed day. God bless all of you guys, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.